Okay, so I'm just going to keep it brief, and Claire caught me off guard because I thought she was going to embellish a lot more. So anyway, I've very briefly touching on the landscaping and the maintenance side of things. So my background in horticulture, I've been involved a lot in landscaping and maintenance, school fields, venues, and I just want to, a lot of what we've discussed today is, I'm standing on a squeaky piece of wood here. So a lot of what we've discussed is we're going to go through some repetition here. And you'll see, and it all comes down to the basics of gardening organically. So your water saving possibilities of gardening organically. Your sustainable landscaping restores biology, etc., aesthetic meets function, so forth. So from our landscaping and gardening maintenance perspective, the aim is to have living landscapes designed to regenerate for resilient green spaces. So sustainable landscaping that restores soil biology and supports biodiversity, this is what we need to strive for in our landscaping and garden maintenance. We want to nourish rather than deplete. Our soil must come first. So our approach is using organic solutions will only result in lush plant growth. We know this, we've spoken about this, Andy and Quentin have alluded to this. Water-wise, so it's a matter of, we know we're going to go into a water scarce La Nina cycle coming. We're in a holding phase for now. There's a lot of discussion around this. We need to garden resiliently, and water-wise is a huge way. If we can make some savings there, why not? And then, of course, aesthetic meets function, beautiful gardens that heal the environment. I mean, what a lovely statement. Beautiful gardens that heal the environment. So, we want to regenerate the soil, revive the landscape, and restore some balance. Okay, so from our healthy green spaces, venues, hotels, resorts, and so forth, our aim, greener venues designed to thrive. So how can we achieve this? And I think the question we need to ask is, what do we want? Do we want organic gardens and landscapes that regenerate soil? So I think this is a question, our landscapers out there, when we are designing our gardens, our maintenance and so forth, these are the questions we should be asking. Do we want improved soil structure? Absolutely. Outdoor spaces that contribute to guest well-being and ecological health. Enhanced water retention, we've spoken about the water. Increased disease resistance, therefore less need for chemical pesticides. So, everybody's spoken about the chemicals out there. If we can reduce it through corrective gardening practices, then why are we not doing that? Why are we not following these practices? A healthy soil that absorbs our carbon dioxide. So carbon sequestration. So a healthy soil, as we know, a healthy soil absorbs carbon dioxide. An unhealthy soil releases carbon dioxide. So if you've got too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, we have our greenhouse effect. So we can start dealing with our climate change by just dealing with our soil, having a healthy soil. Healthier, more beautiful, lush gardens. Do we want this? Absolutely. Okay? And then to regenerate the grounds and elevate our guest experience for our venues, our schools, hotels, resorts, etc. So if our answer to the above is yes, this can be achieved quite simply, and that is through gardening organically. And then finally, what I'm touching on is the sports turf, schools, public spaces. And again, this is quite repetitive because it's the same theory that goes throughout. And a lot of our children go to schools. Well, obviously they go to schools, or they might be homeschooled. But yes, we don't want chemicals on our fields. So we want healthy scenarios for our children. So it's a matter of safe, regenerative surfaces for play and for learning. By using organic soil nutrition, the following can be achieved in these spaces. So non-chemical solutions used on the gardens and the fields, which is safer for our children. Okay, improved water usage again. Organically improved turf develops denser, more resilient root system for better knit. So how often have we attended our children's games and you see they're playing a rugby game and the turf is flying? Okay. Normally if you have an organic system in your garden or on your sports fields, you're not going to have that because you're having a greater knit of your turf. Okay. Increased biological activity in your organic soil reduces compaction. So you'll have less sports injuries because it's almost like they're playing on top of a sponge. A lot of the time when the kids are playing on the fields, it's almost like playing on concrete. And you have huge injuries, sports injuries. And why? It's because the fields they're not acting as a sponge because the soil is not in a great condition. Organically grown gardens have a natural resilience and therefore less need for chemical pesticides. Okay. So in essence, choosing organic soil improvements is an investment in the long-term health and sustainability of our venues, hotels, school grounds, sports fields, and public spaces. It aligns with principles of ecology or ecological responsibility and promotes healthy environments while meeting the increasing requirements for our green credentials. Thank you. That's me done.